Hi YouTube, what's up guys, how are you? This is top 15 romantic fragrances for men. I once again combined my list both niche and designers as well as exclusive lines, and let me just explain what I think by this list. Top 15 romantic fragrances. Well, these are not necessarily suggestions for first date fragrances, because I think when you're going on a first date you wanna have something more like a crowd pleaser, something safe, just to leave, you know, a good impression, and you don't know the person's taste yet. So this is kind of a bit more daring. This my list, I mean, and when you want to spark interest, and when you already know the fragrance taste from that other person you're dating, and I would say, well, these fragrances are not necessarily sexy. I mean, yes, they are, all of them, at least a bit, some of them more, some of them less, but this is not their main characteristic. They are more mysterious, they sparkle the interest, they are inviting, they make you want to discover more. You know, they are just kind of very mysterious, and they just kind of leave a great impression, but they don't discover everything. They don't say, listen, I'm sexy and I'm like that and that. No, they just are inviting you to discover more, and of course are very, very romantic. So let's start. Number 15 is Burberry Brit. A powdery tonka with some rose. Some say it smells like baby powder. I don't see that, although that fragrance is very powdery. I think it's very, very romantic, and it has a very nice performance. Number 14 is Dior Bois d'Argent, and I'm sorry, only number 14, because it's so weak on me, and I'm so sorry it's so weak, because it's a wonderful combination of some wood, some iris, and honey, and it's just very, very romantic. I love the smell, but it is so weak. I can smell it after an hour on me, even when I put, you know, my nose on the place where I put it. I can hardly detect it. Lasting power and projection are just awful on me, but it smells great, and I wish it performed better. Number 13 is Dolce & Gabbana The One. Another one that has a bit of performance issues, but not so much as Bois d'Argent. It's a bit better, you know, we will get a decent 5-6 hours, so for a date enough, I guess. And it's very warm, spicy, tobacco, ginger, very, very romantic. Number 12 is a fragrance by L'Artisan, and that is Traverse du Bosphore. I'm sure I'm butchering that name, Bosphore, I don't know. And I will write it down anyway, and it is combination, very unique combination of fruity notes, iris and leather. I have never smelled anything like it. I'm owning a decant, and it's just wonderful. Works great in cold weather. Just a lovely, lovely, unique, very romantic combination. Something like between a leathery fragrance mixed with marshmallows, if that makes sense. Awesome. Number 11 is Van Cleef & Arpels Midnight in Paris. Powdery, leathery fragrance, not in your face, but decent performance, very, very romantic, and the bottle also looks very romantic. So yeah, the whole package about this fragrance is very romantic. Number 10 is I'm sorry. Yeah, number 10 is Chanel Coromandel, and that one is great. A very oriental and woody fragrance. Patchouli is the main player here, but you also get a lot of benzoin and some incense, hints of white chocolate. So elegantly blended together, very mysterious and deep and smooth, wonderful fragrance. Number 9 is Carolina Herrera CH Men. Very sweet, leathery dry down, and very, very sexy. I think, especially for younger crowd, but also not, you know, it has something very mysterious, and it's definitely very romantic. Performance is excellent with this one. Number 8 is a classic, Chanel Allure Homme, a mix of all notes, quite safe. I would say one of the safest from this list, but you know, a classic which is also very, very romantic in my opinion. It's on the safer side of things, but those notes are so well blended together, and they kind of do leave a mysterious vibe. Number 7 is Enchanted Forest, and it is my favorite fruity fragrance. You get fruits, but they are very unusually mixed with some green notes and some wine and some sweetness. Performance is so, but you know, the smell just, it's perfect. If you are into fruity fragrances, you must give this one a try, and in combination with those green foresty notes, it's something like something that elves would wear, in my opinions, and and it is great, very, very romantic. The name and bottle are romantic too. Number 6 is Thierry Mugler Pure Malt. Although not the favorite from Amen line, Pure Havan is my favorite from the Amen line, but I think Pure Malt is the most romantic. That boozy touch is definitely very mysterious, inviting, a bit sexy, makes you want to discover more about the person who wears it, and it's just great for a date, definitely. Number 5 is Serge Lutens Chergui, wonderful combination of amber, honey and rose. Very dry fragrance, hard to pull off. You have to be dressed up, in my opinion. You can't wear it just every day. It is powdery and very, very unique. You must be sure the person will like it. It's not safe at all. But if you can successfully pull this one off, then you have a winner. It is a great fragrance. Love it. Number 4 is Tom Ford Noir de Noir, and that is combination of chocolate, rose and a bit of wood. And yeah, there is something about rose fragrances. They are definitely romantic. Although I'm not a huge fan of rose fragrances, I really, really like this one because this is like a gourmandish rose, very deep, rich, and definitely romantic. Awesome performance too. Number 3 is Dior Homme. Not Dior Homme Intense, because I think that one is a bit more sexier and, you know, bold, and this one keeps kind of a more mysterious feel, and it is more sophisticated and classy, even easier to pull off, I would say. So Dior Homme is number 3. Leathery, dry down iris, opening, some cocoa, you know everything about that one. Number 2 is Guerlain Spiritueux Double Vanille. I think on women this one is extremely sexy, but on men I would say it's extremely romantic. Sexy too, yes, but definitely extremely romantic. It is a bit more on the feminine side of things. That kind of makes it mysterious on men, and boozy vanilla, wonderful, not really complex, but just awesomely blended. I love this one. In my opinion, definitely the most romantic Guerlain. And number 1 is probably a surprise for most of you. This fragrance doesn't get a lot of talk at all in the community, and I think it's a shame. It is Cartier Declaration d'Un Soir, and probably I'm again butchering the name. I'm sorry, I will write it down. It is a rose-based fragrance. It starts off a bit harsh and a bit spicy, but it quickly settles down, and it becomes more of a fresh, very elegant, sparkling rose. Not soap like a Lyric Man by Amouage for sure, and I definitely love this fragrance. It's so romantic. I would love to smell this one on a man in suit on a romantic date, who brings you flowers. Roses would be fine because it would work perfectly with the fragrance. It's basically all you get, roses, but it's so well done, so elegant, so romantic. I would love to smell this on men if we were on a date. So guys, these were my top 15 romantic fragrances for men. I have an interest in doing top 10 or 15 whatever of first date fragrances for men. Let me know if you have interest in that. Thank you for watching. Please comment down below, rate, subscribe, and see you soon with another video. Bye.